Okay guys, really quick. Okay, so, I know I should be, today's supposed to be for the subscriber challenge results. I didn't really even finish my subscriber challenge yet. It was with Anime Amateur and Veronica Allison, and, it was kind of like a challenge kind of thing, where we actually challenge each other to, draw something. That was me and Anime Amateur. We both draw one thing, see who does it better, I guess, or just to draw it and challenge ourselves. And then the other one was a collaboration that I'm going to be doing with Veronica Allison. I have a sketch right here in my sketchbook, and it's of these two characters, and she's going to be coloring it, because I'm going to be drawing it. So I just thought I had like a little sneak preview. Cinderella and Charles from Cinderella Monogatari. And then, Samus and Zero Suit Samus from whatever it's called that they're from. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, here's the video. Hello, all. And why is there another random video today? I don't know. Just bear with me here. Just random video. Alright, so, I've been, like, kind of using up my, Prismacolor fine line marker thingies. I'll get them out so I can actually say it correctly. So, let's see. I don't even have the they were right here. I didn't even have to open my my fancy pencil case that I love so much. My Prismacolor Premier fine line markers. They're very fancy. Well, I'm pretty much out of ink on most of them, so poop, poopity poop. Ugh, o3o. Need to keep them all like that. Alright, so, yeah, what I do in the back is I, take like an index card and then I cut it so that it'll fit in here, and I put like the different line lengths on there, or thicknesses, but it doesn't really help all that much, but it does a little bit. I think I went from like dark to light, and this one looks more like it's going from light to dark. There. You can see that. Well, since I've been using these up, and I only use Crayola colored pencils, so I'm planning on possibly getting a bigger box than just like 24, because 24 is like, it gets kind of, feels like it's not enough after a while, though I have done a lot of things, because I can mix colors pretty easily, I guess. Well, I have these couple of pens here that I have, that are just like really random pens that I decided to randomly use, and I kind of want to do this thing with stuff. Okay, so here's like one of the drawings. I'm gonna try it out on this drawing that I just did kind of today. I kind of did that so quickly, I'm actually kind of surprised. Just fairly quickly. Here's my little sketchbook, my little teeny weeny sketchbook, my little baby sketchbook. So, yeah, I kind of did that random sketch like in school one day because I was bored. I was trying to plan out an action-y kind of thing, and it looks like she's just like falling with like some kind of like, I don't know, like baseball in her hand or something, I don't know, but it's a plasma ball, totally different. So, yeah, I love the anime Blackjack. It's amazing. You should go watch it if you can. Blackjack TV and Blackjack 21. You might want to watch Blackjack TV first. I mean, there was stuff before that, but yeah, it's not as good as these ones because they're pretty new animes. They're from like the 2000s, I'm guessing. Because I saw like part of a 1991, and I'm like, no, please, no, nah, I don't wanna watch it. So, yeah, so that's Pinocchio, and then that's the Blackjack, and his eyes are like, I messed them up, I need to fix them. So, this is one of the things I'm planning on doing in one of these pens. I will see. And then, I really don't want to show this, but I'm going to do this. Here is the front of my Spanish notebook. It's beautiful. I love it. So, ooh, you can see that there. Had to move my camera a little bit. Alright, so, la clase de español. I am in Spanish class, Spanish 2. I should put dos on there. No. So, we just like went over what we went over. I mean, what we did last year, the last couple of days. I have to go back to it on Monday. I have to go back to Spanish. But anyway, I kind of like drew the face just like that part already in the class, and I didn't have enough time to finish it, and I finished the rest last night. So it's so cute. I took like my regular sweatshirt and I gave it like a Mexican-y kind of pattern thing, ziggly and such, and I like it. And I actually got the name Artista, and there's other kids in my class who like art and stuff, so I was hoping that I would get this, and thankfully the other one wanted her name to be Turtle, so I'm good. Exactly. The other one got I don't know what she got, I forget, but I had to do something, that's for sure. Oh, I had to do a band, like rock bands and stuff like that. So this is one thing I'm gonna be doing in pen, that kind of pen. I'm gonna color it lightly in colored pencils, and this one too. This is more like my test subject for that, because the other picture is kind of gonna be seen by people, so more than this one. So on to what we were supposed to be doing in this video, mainly, is I have these 4 pens here that I tried out. Now let's look at exactly what they are. We have an Inkjoy, which is the second one, a Papermate. We have a Profile, which is the third, also Papermate. We have a regular old Papermate Wright Brothers pen, and then we have Rose Art Curves. So 3 are Papermate, and the last one's Rose Art. So I think Rose Art is a bit more of an arty kind of, like more like art, like kind of like pen, like company, I guess, more for art, and this is more for like office-y, like office usage in school and stuff. Well, this, yet again, purple, and it makes it look blue, but it's more purple than other purples. I like it because it's purple, so hopefully this one's better. So what I did is I took some pencil, and I just did like random lines, and they all happen to be the same, so and then I went over it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase off the pencil so we can see how well these stand up to erasers, and how well the ink, like, just like it looks, you know? I like that. That's pretty good so far. So I tried to put it from hard to light, the pencil, so Profile does not do very well. Either that or I just can't ink at all. So yeah, now we can see what I don't even need these fancy things, because some of these did fairly well. So if we kind of zoom in, not that much, that's a little too much. As you can see, the normal old one, I must say, probably did the best. I like Inkjoy because, I mean, they have different feels to them. I was trying out the feels up here, like how smooth they write and stuff. Curves, I really didn't like the way that it wrote, and it doesn't really look all that good, and it doesn't really give you, like, either because I was doing it really quick, or it just doesn't really give you, like, a really good, like, feel how solid line you're doing, how solid of a line you're doing. Profile, it's kind of thing with this is it's not very smooth writing. I don't know if it's just because I have a pretty old one. As you can see, the ink is really not too good. This one, the ink isn't the best either, as you can see here, because I think my mother uses this one a bit. So, because this is a pretty nice pen, I do like it. So I'm just gonna just like write random stuff with it, just like scribble and see how they feel. I mean, I do like the feel of this one. It's fairly smooth, though it doesn't really give you as black as a line as you really want, unless you write down like really hard. Let's see, now Inkjoy, you're getting a bit darker of a line as you're just going along fairly lightly, because the ink is supposed to flow out of these much quicker. You can see really hard and then just like random normal. And they also have sort of like different tints to them. Like this one's like, when you initially do it, like this one's a little more gray than black. Let's see, Profile. As you can see, the lines kind of might skip a little bit, although it is pretty black when you put it down at first. And you don't really have as much control over it, of exactly where you want to have it. And then we have Curves. It kind of digs into the paper a little bit, so that's why I don't really like it. And It's not very dark at all at first. So far I really like Inkjoy, and it might be really good for inking. I'll have a smudge test in a second. And if you look at the other side, you can see Inkjoy didn't really go through the paper at all. Oh wait, no, that was Profile. Profile didn't really go through the paper. Inkjoy, you can see it a bit more. On the normal one, really, that did nothing at all, really. Then this Rose Art one, kind of a little bit, even though I wasn't really pressing down that hard. So let's also just look at the ends of these, or I guess you could call them nibs, I'm not sure. They're all kind of different, especially the Rose Art one, since it's more of a triangle than these. But this one's a bit shorter, where you have the metal part there, but you have a smaller end to it, like right there, and the whole pen is like thinner, which might be a little better if you want to have that kind of like, feel like you're writing kind of feel, but like a pencil. But you know, if you're thinking about like inking pens, these are a lot thicker than that. If anything, they're about the size of these. So let's see. Now I'd put this down here, so I don't really want it that much anymore. I think I'm just gonna end up going with Inkjoy. Inkjoy, that it's a little bit thinner at the top than the Profile. Profile's chunky. It's a chunky pen. And then the curves is like just like a point, which probably doesn't really help the like dynamics of it, I guess you can say. I don't really know. So we have these 4 pens here. So these are just like random pens that I decided to just randomly use. This one I had in my my pencil case because I thought I was gonna use it before, because I think I liked it at one point. I might have used it for like 1 or 2 pictures that were colored, and that was pretty much it with that. So Inkjoy, it's pretty new, kind of like it's a pretty new pen. I'm pretty sure, like it came out not that long ago, and I do like it, and I don't want to waste it on art because I'd rather just write stuff with it. But I think I will end up using this. I mean, we have like a pack of 5, so I can take one without my mom carrying, or anybody carrying it all. So if anything, if you want to have like a fairly cheaper pen that you want to ink with, I would either go with just a normal pen or an Inkjoy, like a normal Papermate. I'd go with Papermate because Rose Art is not the best. No offense, Rose Art, I'm sorry. Papermate is a pretty good company. I use their pencils all the time. I don't know why, because they're cheap, and I just like the feel of them. They just have like that nice feeling to them. I always use mechanical pencils now. I don't like regular pencils that much anymore because it's inconvenient when you have to sharpen them. So yeah. So long enough video, pen review. It's just random pens. So yeah. My choice of today is Inkjoy. It's really nice. I think I'm gonna go find myself a newer one soon. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go find a newer one, and I'll be right back and see if it's any different than this, because you know, each pen can be different. You never know. It's kind of like shoes. Like, you go buy shoes, the one's like smaller, the other one's bigger, and you're like, what's going on? My feet are perfectly the same size. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Well, I'm back. I was unable to find a new one, so I'm just gonna borrow this one. Hopefully nobody minds. I think my mom's been using it, so I don't know. I feel bad when she's like, where's my pen? I'm like, it's not being used for artistic purposes. No, not at all. So, I kind of just thought I would do one little thing, which is, it kind of still is related to ink. So, here is, a white gel pen. This is the first one I ever got. The thing with these is, at first, they may not write smooth at all. And they're probably not going to be the best. So I'm just going to go over each one. It goes down a bit smoother than the Jelly Roll. Well, maybe because Jelly Roll, I just need a new one or something, because it never really worked perfectly for me. So, yeah, then we have, wow, this is really close up. I'm just going to, it's a little too close up there. So, the thing with these is they have a tendency to soak up whatever ink you're going over them with. If I have to, I'll bring out something that I kind of proved it with too. I think I still have it, I'm not sure. It was like a random piece of paper, or like piece of paper that had a doodle on it, and I was trying out all the different inks, like these inks with it. Like, no, I mean these inks. I was trying out these inking pens with it. And I was trying out this one too, because I had used this one before on another ink drawing, and a really extremely inked drawing. It was actually done just in pen. I knew I'd done it with something. Now I'm just remembering. So I'm going to try and find it very quickly. It's around here somewhere. It's in my agenda book from last year. So let's see, right here. Here we have this cute little chibi piggy boy. And what I'd done is I first used this for like the highlights and stuff. I had such a hard time with it because it kept on like soaking up the ink and taking its color. And then I think I got the other one, or I just used white out or something like that. And then it finally kind of worked, but this just kept on soaking up the ink. So unless you're just not using pens, I don't know if it does the same with Copics, I'm not sure at all. But if you're just mainly using colored pencils, not really going to use as much ink, then I guess this is pretty good, because I think it goes over wax a little bit better than, where is it? Right here. The Jelly Roll, which I like this one a lot. It's nice. So as you can see, this already soaked up all that ink. There. It's pretty much blending in there. Just like, looks like it's just a little faded or something. And I'm going to go over this with regular old gel pen. Not like this one that cost almost twice as much. And this one's quite a bit cheaper for whatever reason. It just is. And we're just going to go over. And at first this one was already soaking up the ink. This one does not soak it up at all. It just likes me like that. I don't know. So, yeah, now quick smudge test. I'm just going to take out one random colored pencil. Hopefully it's a pink one. I love pink. I'm going to go aqua, because I love aqua. So, I think I'm going to use these up here. Now, let me see if there's any pencil in there at all. Get rid of it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each one with the colored pencil and see if it smears at all. That did great. It did not smear once. I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of you, normal pen. Now we're gonna go over this Inkjoy. I'm sorry, people. I'll be right back. Ooh, well, I'm back. My mom called. Ooh, mama, so crazy. She wanted me to add water to the chili. Alright, so this did fairly well. You know, I'm gonna go over it a couple times and see if it smears at all, because there's this one drawing, it kind of smeared a little bit, and it's kind of annoying. Alright, so I'm going over it really hard, pressing really hard, and this won't focus. Yes, perfect. Alright, so, I think this one's kind of smearing the color a little bit. I'd be more careful with, like, much lighter colors than this, because they may smear even more. Okay, this, I don't know if you saw that at all, but I think it was dry enough, but this a little teeny line of ink just came out. So, man, Curves, you're really not doing too good in this test, are you? And it's really getting lighter when it's going over. Hold on a sec. Well, yeah, I had to wrap this up really quick because my dad just came home. So, yeah. So out of all of these, my favorite definitely probably is the Inkjoy, and my second favorite's the normal. I'm just gonna call this normal. It's just a normal old Wright Brothers Papermate, the black pen, just regular, not too exciting or anything. Inkjoy, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more expensive than this one, because you can get a pack of these for, I'm sure, like less than just 5 of these. So I'm not 100%. I'm just like guesstimating, I guess. So this I don't like all that much. It's because of the way it goes down. I mean, every other test it did pretty much fine. Like here, it did fine. But I don't really like this. It's not very smooth when it writes. And this Curves Rose Art, I don't like it that much at all. It kind of digs into the paper and it's smeared too, so you failed. You failed. Alright, so I'm not even sure if it's just because this one's old that it's not really working well. You know, go try out your own pens. Go do it. Go do your own pen reviews. Take whatever random pens you have. Whether they're used or not, they're pretty much going to work the same unless they're really, really, really old, which this one probably is. And that's why it didn't really work. That's why it didn't really work very well. So, yeah. This is it for this, whatever you can call this. Another long video. How do I do this? I don't know. I may do a speed paint of me inking this, though I don't really see what the point is of doing that. Because there's not much to inking it. Maybe I will. Tell me what you guys think. If you want me to ink this in a video, I'll make it a speed paint, obviously. But tell me if you want me to ink this. And that awkward moment there. So, I'm definitely gonna be using this one. And let me see. If I want to do a smaller detail, I guess they're about the same, like, thickness, the lines, but I think I would do this one for a smaller detail because you can get more in there. And you can definitely just get those really small little details because you have a bit more control over this one. Where this one, since it writes so smoothly, you might not have as much control. Like, even just holding it over the paper makes it feel like I don't have a whole lot of control over it. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end up using this one, maybe this one a little bit, so definitely recommend this too. This is it for this video. Definitely it for it. So, just like piling this all up there. So comment, like, and subscribe. And, yeah, bye.